Welcome aboard, Sea of Friends, your weekly Sea of Thieves voyage. I'm Last Call for Lunch.
I'm Miss Lunch Lady.
And I'm Darkest Warhawk.
It was a really, really cool day today. And we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff that got announced. But before we do, don't forget if you're watching us live on Twitch, you can watch the. Wait, no. If you're not watching us live on Twitch, you can watch the video versions on YouTube or listen to the audio version on your favorite podcast player on Mondays. And if you want to check us out on Twitch, we stream these podcasts live every Thursday.
I mean, technically, they could watch us live and then also watch us on YouTube too.
That's true.
So,
If you just
I
want to
mean,
support us in all directions, watch us live, watch YouTube, listen to us in your car on your way to work.
I feel like when I listen to podcasts, I'm always just really curious about what people look like. Like, I don't know why, but I want to know. I want to put a face to the voice.
yeah,
So,
it's always that thing where you have this image in your head, and then all of a sudden you actually see them in real life. You're like, oh, that's different than I was expecting.
we're doing it right. We're giving you all the opportunity to creep on us.
Yeah, I did my daily routine skincare for today.
Oh, Bill, what moisturizer do you
Yeah,
use?
shoot, caught.
I was gonna say something, but then Bill's moisturizer caught me off guard. Oh, if you are listening and you decide you do want to tune in and watch us live, if you say like hello or anything in the chat and we don't respond, we're not ignoring you. Sometimes just like we're deep into the conversation and then we don't happen to always look over at the chat. So in that aspect, we apologize, everybody. So let's get on. We do. We love you so much. Today was a big day for Sea of Thieves with their preview event. They announced a lot of big stuff. Can you mute yourself when you're not talking? I did. Oh, okay. Sorry, she looks at me like she's going to murder me.
That's not what we see on Twitch, guys.
But
Is it because you can hear yourself?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We haven't played a lot of Sea of Thieves recently. We've been playing a lot of Grounded. Before we get into that,
I was going to say, I'd really like to start off our Sea of Thieves podcast by talking about Grounded.
me and Case played it when it first came out in like August 2020 or whenever it came out. We played it for like a month, not even like just a few days. I think we didn't put much time into it, and then we kind of fell off. And then I saw all the stuff that they're adding into the game soon. They're talking about a big update coming out, and they've added like 3 major updates, and so we've all been jumping back in, just having a great time. And we were just talking about this before we started recording, me and Case. Like, I don't know what it is about like survival crafting games. I've played a ton of them, but there's something about Grounded that I love, and it's just, I don't know, it's so fun.
Yeah, I'm having a blast with it. I'm glad you guys invited me on to play. If embarrassingly enough, you should just watch the VODs or tune into us live when we are watching it, because those little creepy crawlers, they get you, they scare you a little bit. I can't tell you how many jump scares I have in like a family friendly game, but hey,
We were
to each their own.
we were playing, like me and her. We were playing for like 20 minutes tonight before we jumped on to record before you got home, and we saw a wolf spider outside our house. And then you texted me that said like I'm home and ready, and I was like, well, that's it for the day. Like, let's get out of here. I'm not dealing with that thing.
Oh shoot!
It's either wolf spider or
You
tarantula.
can't take it.
Is a tarantula in the game?
I don't know.
I don't think it was a
Oh my
tarantula.
God.
I think it was a wolf spider. I mean, I don't know if there is a tarantula in the game, but I'm pretty sure it was a wolf spider. But yeah, no, I've been having such a blast with Grounded, and I like the building aspect. It like I don't it's the best of both worlds. Like if I just want to like be creative, I can like work on our house, or if I want to go fight things and get better at that, we go out and we fight. Like it's awesome.
Yeah, it's just a nice different change of pace, and it's fun to go out and explore in something that we're all kind of familiar with. Obviously, like it's kind of in the backyard. Obviously, it appears, at least, of someone's home, or they have like little pond or area and barbecue and all this other stuff, and it's just kind of fun to see it. When you're small and everything's blown up and out of proportion. It's just fun, and you kind of lurk around and just hearing that music, and man, I'm always on the edge of my seat. It's just been it's been definitely a blast for sure.
But that koi fish, though.
Oh, don't get me
That
started.
was terrifying. I saw that we can like attack it and get scales and make like koi scale armor and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, snap.
But if you swim to the bottom of the pond, you can also find just scales there. But you need like a breather thing to be able to get down and get back up without dying.
It's a little out of our grasp. We're only getting to level 2 now, so
Yeah,
level 2 stuff.
I think we're in game day. I think we're 25 days in the game. So
Oh, wow.
We've built a pretty bitchin' house for less than a month.
Yeah, we have 2 spiral staircases.
I
Now,
think
the
I mean-
third floor is not done, but still.
I think that's why I like the game. Like in Minecraft, I can't build for shit, but in here I can build stuff and it looks pretty decent.
Well, the blueprint feature, if you like games, if you are somebody who likes games for building, the blueprint feature of Grounded is, I mean, I don't know enough about video games, but feels revolutionary to me. Like the idea that you're able to like lay this out and see what it looks like before you have to go hunt and gather for all the supplies is awesome.
Yeah, I agree. There's so many games that are out there that I feel at least the building and it just like puts down little markers of where your thing is going to be built and you have no idea what it's going to look like or feel like to see it actually up and like, oh, okay, I can imagine this. Now I'll go get the materials and make it. It does make it a better experience for me.
Yeah, I like I like that idea of like one person can design if they're really good at designing, while if you're playing with multiple people, they can just go start getting the supplies that you need for everything.
I'm a gatherer.
Hunter, yeah, you're a murderer, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, Bill's our hunter.
those
I'm-
damn ants, man. I just needed that thorax. I need that thorax.
I
thought you were talking about the
I'm
band.
architect.
Oh, maybe. I'll jam out to that.
I do a little bit of everything.
All right. Sea of
All right,
Thieves.
Sea of Thieves, big day today, with their kind of showing off and talking about everything that's going to be coming this year in the game. Some big changes. I got notes. I watched it. The video came out at 1:00 today. Luckily, I didn't have a meeting till 2, so I was able to watch it. But once it started getting around the 25-minute mark, I was like, how long is this video? Like, am I going to be able to finish this and like write down my notes for my meeting and then do my meeting? But I was able to because it's only like 30 minutes long or whatever. But yeah, tons of stuff. She watched it when she got home from the office today, and then that's when I took down my notes. But before we get into that, Zombie, Ruxpin, and Big Kahuna, thank you so much for the follows. We appreciate you guys.
Oh, thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
All right, so some big stuff that they talked about. We're just going to go through these bullet points and discuss. That's how we do it here on Sea of Friends. I'm driving the ship, apparently. Here we go. First
You're our
thing,
captain.
First thing they announced, adventures.
Ooh.
So essentially, these are going to be from the things they talked about. It's all about pushing the story forward, right? And giving people more things to do in that aspect without us essentially doing these like really, really big elaborate tall tales all at once. We can now do mini adventures, which will take place. There will be one a month, and they'll take place over the course of like 2 weeks. So each season will have about 3 adventures, culminating in a big finale each season. To wrap up that portion of the story. I think they mentioned it like they were looking at like books and TV shows and other things like that. So it kind of feels like now, especially now it's connected to the seasons, it kind of feels like a TV show. Like you have this adventure for the season, it ends on a finale, and then you wait to the next season of the show to pick up the story and where they left off. The one thing they did announce that I thought was really interesting was that the community is responsible for the outcome and ongoing stories. What do we think they mean by that? Me and Case talked about it a little bit today. I want to hear Bill's thought before I elaborate more of my thoughts. I don't know how to talk, apparently. Maybe I shouldn't elaborate.
No, I'd like to hear how you guys think of it because I don't know. I mean, it's hard to picture. I mean, it can go in so many different ways. They've kind of already showed us this in the past with having some of these events where I think the Reaper one where, whatever faction had, the most reaping or taken down, whatever, you got a hat because of that faction. or Spyglass or whatever it might have been. But so they've already kind of teased it a little bit, but I do wonder. I don't know. I actually don't know how they're going to pin it. If something's going to be taken over or something's going to kind of change because of that, or maybe you get a boost. They talked about community days, which I think they also have once a month as well, if I saw, or maybe might have been once a season. But
Yeah,
I don't know. What are you guys'
in that
thoughts?
like roadmap they showed, I think it said like one a season for community days.
Which I think is great. I think that that's smart of them. But yeah, I don't know how it's going to drive the story because I don't know. I just can't picture it right now. What are you guys' thoughts?
I don't know if you had. I don't know if you wanted to go first or if you wanted me to go or.
Well, the only thing I wanted to say about, I don't know that I necessarily have like a prediction on how it's going to play out or what's going to happen, but I will say that like I really enjoy games, get like singular games that have multiple outcomes. So I like the idea that this could go in multiple directions, and it is really cool that they're giving players the opportunity to actually shape the world in Sea of Thieves permanently. um, I do wonder how many multiple outcomes there actually are. And will they like how much effect are we really having? Like, I don't know, and I don't need to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what's behind the curtain. Um, and then the other thing is what I really liked about what they said was like a mystery to solve, and they mentioned that the first one was like you have to solve a whodunit of the murder of a beloved character. Um, I also love mysteries and mystery games. So I'm excited about both of these elements.
When you said that, that kind of challenged my mind in thinking that you're right. I wonder if there's going to be at the end of the tall tale, or not tall tale, but the mystery story, whatever it might be for that event. I wonder if there's a choice and you have to make a choice, and then whatever majority of the people choose, that will dictate. My brain was wrapped around factions and how many Order of Souls goes and gets this done or does that. But I wonder if there is going to be some type of choice that will dictate, maybe someone lives or dies or changes or whatnot. I mean, it kind of reminds me
Are
of
you team one or team two?
exactly. I mean, always team one, duh. But yeah,
See,
what is
that
that? Shoot.
was that was my thought exactly. That's what I was telling her. Like, that's what I think it's going to be like. Towards the end of it, there'll be a choice you have to make, and depending on what choice is made, then the world and the story will change at that aspect. Which, when it comes to like writing that stuff out and planning that stuff out, it's kind of I don't know if I could do something like that. Like, now you're working on some really cool stuff that might never ever see the light of day. You know.
Well, that's what
What
I'm saying is I don't know that we have that much impact because like I don't know, we've still got to they're not going to just toss their employees time away, right? Like they're not going to throw that away. So maybe it's something that comes in later. Like if you make this choice now, then this is what happens now, but like later this could still happen.
Well, it sounds like, and maybe I'm getting ahead of this, but it sounds like Golden Sands is kind of being affected right now. So maybe the choice is maybe all the outposts are going to be affected at one point, but maybe it's where does that that fog of the dam go next? So they already kind of have it planned out, but maybe we dictate kind of how that's going to play out. Like maybe it's going to happen everywhere, but we're dictating it's going to go here first instead of there. So it's already created, but kind of moves along how we as a community do it too. Could be a possibility. It kind of reminds me of those Goosebump books from way back when, where you like
Yes.
read and all of a sudden you like says go to page 96, and because you chose the outcome. I wonder if it's gonna be something like that would be kind of, I don't know, it'd be interesting just to see how they do it all in all.
Like
But that
Bandersnatch.
oh yeah, Bandersnatch. That stuff also drives me
Yes.
crazy because that's what is happening to us right now in this other game that we're playing. And it is I don't like to think about the what ifs, and
Sure.
that's immediately where my brain goes.
Well, and how many people are going to do the event? I mean, I would assume us, if there is that type of choice. I don't know. We'll have to see when it pops up. But how many people, if that is the case, they do one way and then they go back and say, well, I want to kind of see what the other way might, how that ends itself too. So maybe people are going to do both if that's the case, or depending on how long this event is. I mean, 2 weeks. I'm assuming they're doing it maybe a 2 day. Hopefully it takes like a day or two to actually complete it, or maybe a session to play. And they're just giving people enough time to actually finalize it or whatnot for us
Yeah.
working people.
Yeah, so the first adventure is the Shrouded Islands, which they showed off a trailer for. Trailers on Golden Sands. Wanda is playing with a pet crab in the shop when some green mist and light comes spooking around, scares her. She bars the door down, which don't do this. Don't mess with Wanda. You messed with Wanda. Don't mess with Wanda. Come on, guys. Let's
Maybe it's Wanda coming back, pissed off.
maybe.
Well, I gotta say it was nice to see her featured, and then maybe I didn't take notes because I'm not a nerd. But the other woman, the other
Okay.
woman in the trailer, it's nice to see women because I feel like it's a very male dominated game, both in character and in players. And I've talked about this before that like
Ghost Story.
men men get a lot, or the male characters get a lot, have a lot more cosmetics, so maybe kind of like bringing like women to the forefront here will I don't know, result in better feminine cosmetics. I'm not sure.
It could, and not to jump around too much, because maybe Anthony, you're planning us to get this way, but like I don't know much about the Belle character, but there you go, Case, strong female kicking ass coming in like, hey, Pirate Lord, I got this, but like, you stand aside, you do your thing, let me do mine.
Yeah.
Yes, I was gonna go there. So with the Shrouded Islands, is that what it's called, right? Shrouded Islands.
I don't
I
know,
think
you're the
so.
one who took
Shrouded.
notes.
I had to turn. I'm on 2 pages of notes here. I had to turn the page.
Same.
Oh my god, 2 pages.
Oh, I write big, and I spaced out a lot of things, so I have
That's right.
specific areas of like the talking
Honey,
points.
you know I'm just joking,
Yeah,
right?
I know. So with the Shrouded Islands adventure, Golden Sands has been abandoned and shut down because of whatever attacked it. So it seems like if you go there, you won't be able to turn in treasure, won't be able to go to the shops. That's going to be all gone.
It that seems kind of targeted, because we did talk about, again, a ghost story on our podcast before, of that was your favorite place, and now it's being shut down. Like, what
from
the hell?
from what they said in the trailer, apparently it's most people's favorite place. So
It's a
Yeah,
beloved island, apparently.
yeah.
it's a paradise.
So
Insert Coldplay song.
with with the story, we have the introduction of Belle. Belle is a character that was in a lot of promotional material before the game launched, and then when they decided to change directions of what they were doing with the game around launch, they kind of just took her out.
Mixed her.
But she's been in some lore stories and things like that, so it's nice to see her actually in the game finally after like 3 years or whatever, 18, 19, 20, 20. Yeah. I had to count on my fingers because I'm an adult, and that's how we do things.
That's right.
And so also with this story, they were talking about the Flameheart is now retreated from the world. I'm assuming that might mean the world event is gone. But will the world event be gone forever, or just for this first adventure? We're not sure.
Didn't they say that that was going to be gone?
No, that all they said was he retreated. So
No, but not in today's announcement. I feel like maybe a week or so ago we heard that the Flameheart was going to be gone.
no, we didn't.
Oh, we didn't hear that.
um, so
Semantics.
So the first adventure starts February 17th and ends on March 3rd. I also kind of like this idea of like this short adventure that takes place over the course of a few weeks for adventures going forward. It reminds me of the old updates, the Hungry One, the Forsaken Shores, where which I mean, those really didn't push the story forward, just added some new lore aspects and new mechanics to the world. But I like this idea of like you had to be there.
Yeah, I'm glad you came back to this, because I'm really excited for, to your point from the very beginning, not just having an event or tall tales that get released and then you can just do them and further the story. I mean, they might be released later on. I don't know, so people can come back and do them. But at the same token, it's nice that you keep the community engaged by coming back, right? So we always talk about sometimes the seas spike and then it goes down, and then something else comes up and it spikes again. I think they've done a really good job, or at least it seems like it. I mean, they have to follow through obviously with these stories and the events, but I think it will bring back Sea of Thieves players to stay in this element and stay in the game. And again, it's a ghost story. We've already kind of talked about it, how they can kind of keep the community alive and going. I mean, it's episode 20. There's going to be a lot of ghost stories today. I'm sorry. But I just love how they're kind of doing that, where again, it's a monthly thing. And you see that more and more video games where, oh, you want to get this cosmetic or you want to get this, like you have to play this week. I know Halo's been doing that a lot lately. But I just love how they incorporate a story. And again, we're telling a story throughout the entire year. It's just, I'm pumped. I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah,
Because it's going to be like a damn show. It's going to be on a cliffhanger. And I'm going to be pissed. I don't know what happens next, but
I think you're right. I think it is a good way to bring people back to have this like overarching, evolving story that you're not gonna want to miss. Especially if you love the world and the characters and the lore and everything, you're want to keep coming back, even if you're just coming back, once a month, just for that story.
yeah. I mean, people, there's a bunch of other games out there. Wonderful, wonderful games. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we obviously love Sea of Thieves, but we play other games. We just talked about Grounded. So it's nice that they can kind of, again, just constantly build the story and the excitement to kind of come back, and follow it through. And all of it takes is 2 weeks out of the month or a couple of days out of the month. I mean, I think that's wonderful to engage and bring people back in.
And I think that you're right in that it's going to feel like a television show or a movie. I mean, they even said like this was going to be more cinematic, and I love the cinematic elements of Sea of Thieves. I think they do a great job with it, a great job with the writing and the and like I don't- the camera angles, the lighting, like it's all just like it's beautiful. So I'm excited to see more of that.
Jolly bro into his house. What's up,
Woo-hoo.
sir? Hope y'all are well. We are doing good. Hope you and the fam are well as well. I just said well a lot, and I apologize.
Well.
Where's Lassie? Um, the next thing that they announced, Case kind of brought it up a little bit ago, is mysteries. Now, mysteries are also kind of coinciding with the adventures and pushing that story forward. But the mysteries will be in game and out of game. So Sea of Thieves and Rare, they like to do a lot of out of game stuff when it comes to lore. They did a lot with skeleton runes right before for like a month or two before the Sunken Kingdom was brought out. A lot of like AR stuff. So I think it's really cool that they're adding stuff that's not just in the game, but if you want to learn more, you can, but you don't really have to take part in all that stuff. I'll probably tell Casey all the stuff I learned while doing that stuff.
Well, I think it'd be fun too. I mean, I think it's just interesting because they do a lot on the Twitter. On did I just say the Twitter? Man, I'm getting old. They do a lot on Twitter, is what I meant to say. On Instagram, things of that nature. So it would be fun, and it could even. I mean, I don't want to spoil it for anybody if they're trying it, but depending on when they release it, if it's early in the week, man, that'd be kind of a cool segment to have on the cast to kind of say our thoughts and maybe even the answer. Spoiler alert!
My God,
So-
we're the ones that figure it out.
That's right.
When they say like out of game stuff, that's what they're referring to, is like stuff that's going to begin to happen on their social media or their site or whatever.
Yeah. They sometimes they'll post pictures and things like that to have people try to figure stuff out and talk about stuff. With the skeleton runes, they never really like kind of said like you're right. People just sort of kind of just organically figured it out on their own and then realize like, oh, okay, this stuff, we're seeing it in the game. I think the first time people realized something was really going on is with that Pirate's Life trailer, because the wraps on Jack Sparrow's hands had the skeleton runes on them. So, and people were figuring them out. Like if you go to what is that Twitter pay? I'll have to look it up later. I don't remember it. It's that school, like the university or whatever. This is
Hogwarts?
No, it's like for Sea of Thieves.
I'm just kidding.
It's the same people that like went around as like meteorologists and kind of started tracking the storm.
Oh yeah. I don't know what that's called
I can't
either.
Remember
That's cool though.
I can't remember the Twitter handle. I'm sorry, Twitter people. I apologize.
I think it's called the Twitter.
I'm sorry, the Twitter. But Case mentioned it earlier. The first mystery revolves around the murder of a well-known character, and we have to solve that murder. And
I'm sorry that I jumped the gun. I don't.
No, you're good.
It's all part of it. It was the intro.
Yeah,
You
we're
sucked
good.
them in. They're like, wait, what character?
I
And now here
didn't.
we are.
I clearly didn't pay attention.
Full
I like.
circle.
No, you're
These
fine.
aren't scripted, so
Yeah.
you're good.
They're not. I'm just my thing now is like, who's it gonna be? Who's dying? I hope it's not Wanda.
Wanda.
You're very protective of Wanda.
No, I just they did stuff with Wanda. I don't want them to get rid of Wanda as well. That's all.
Maybe she'll just be captured and we got to go get her.
So
probably gonna be Duke.
I was gonna say it's got to be Duke, right?
It's been a lot around Duke, but I think they're going to save it for later. I don't think they're just going to come out of the bat and be like, here's Duke. Although that would be a good way to keep people sucked in and wanting to come back for more.
I think Duke is too obvious though.
Right.
But they
Maybe
said
it's
beloved
Stitcher
Sea of
Jim.
Thieves character.
They
It
did say
couldn't
beloved.
be Lorena, right? How do we determine that we say that? Lorena.
It could be. Nah, it can't be Lorena
it
because
can't be.
they replaced.
She's helping
Duke
us with
her.
the stories.
Yeah.
And she's helping us with the stories.
Maybe like one of the bartenders in the tavern.
Maybe the mysterious stranger. They'll bring back the female mysterious
No
stranger.
way.
There used to be
Maybe
two
it's
mysterious.
studs.
There used to be two mysterious strangers. There was a male and a female. But then when they started the tall tales, because you talked to him at the beginning of the first one.
Wait, isn't Suds at the North Point, which is right next to Golden Sands?
That's oh my gosh.
Oh
we
my god.
We just had a Suds basically ship set released.
We just figured it out. Well,
Oh,
we
shit.
figured out who's gonna die. It's gonna be Suds.
Hello, I'm Suds. Is that good?
That was a great impression.
What if we just figured it out?
Oh shoot, it's gonna be so
but
big up there.
but the mystery's probably gonna be figuring out who did it and why.
Yeah.
Well, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, what if we called it?
It was Duke in the tavern with the
Hmm.
candlestick.
With the
I think the
fish hook.
sword would make more sense.
That would make more sense. Yes.
Too obvious.
They then went off and started talking about things we'll be seeing in season 6. The main thing, sea forts. I think they said there are 6 forts that'll be popping up, probably 2 in each region. And the way they described it, it kind of sounds similar to sunken treasuries. You go in, you fight a bunch of bad guys, and then you open up a vault and get a bunch of loot. It's like sunken treasuries, but out of water. Maybe, possibly. We don't really know because we haven't really heard much more about it. We'll probably find out more in the the season 6 trailer or whatever. But the one thing that I found interesting that they were saying, I always say I found like you guys didn't find it interesting, only I did.
No.
You guys don't even care. They mentioned how skeleton forts are meant to bring crews together, fighting, helping each other out, teaming up, all that stuff. Whereas these are more, what do you say? Like when you see one, and you when you see one active, and you go to it kind of tailors to you and your crew, and you won't want to pass it up. So I don't understand that. Like, will one crew be able to see it? Will be like one popping up out of the water every so often?
The way I took it was, it's kind of like we always talk about a mag or something. Like if a sloop shows up, I wonder if it's going to be,
Yeah,
accessible enough for a sloop or a two-person
like it
crew to
changes
finish it.
difficulty level based on the ship you're sailing.
It's the way I took it,
That
because like if
makes
you go to the
sense.
Fort of Fortune, it's all the same. You got to take down, the guy. It doesn't matter what kind of crew you are. It's all the same. So I wonder if that's kind of how it is.
Now,
But don't Skelly Forts already, like Skelly Forts in the game, like the world event, does that tailor to your ship?
No.
I don't know. I think it's the same amount of hits and rounds and everything like that.
Yeah, Skelly forts stay the same. But now that since you mentioned it that way, I'm curious. Like, are they like? 'Cause they talked about how these forts are like breaking through from the sea of the damned. They're memories of pirates who are now dead. So will we be sailing along, then a fort just pops up next to us? Like, holy shit! Well, let's do this fort. Kind of like a skeleton ship might pop up next to you, and like you said, a meg might pop up on you, and those all have different difficulties depending on your whatever ship you're on. I wonder if it's going to be similar to that, because he did say like, when you see one active,
Right.
but it's not going to be a world event that shows the whole server.
Yeah, maybe you just see an island out of the water. You're like, that's not a real island. That's a fort. I don't know. It'll be interesting though. I'm excited because with those forts, it seems like at least I remember from the picture they had like all these cannons around. So if there is based on difficulty, I wonder like if you're in a galleon, you'll have at least like 4 phantoms or something on the cannon. So you have to almost. I'm wondering if you have to fight your way to get to the fort itself, and then get on the fort and actually fight. Kind of like a ship, like you would a skelly ship or something like that. So I'm kind of interested in that realm to see kind of what it is. But I'm also curious is that not to make all these conspiracy theories or whatever, but isn't all the forts have to do with like Flameheart or aren't didn't they like strategically put them around for like Flamehearts that they can watch the land or something like that? The Skelly forts.
Yeah, the Skelly forts are for Flameheart. That's all of like Flameheart's treasure and stuff that we're getting and stuff that we're
So
taking from them.
so I wonder then if these are the Fort of the Damned, if it has to do with any character. And I don't know like anyone that's I'm not all into the lore, so we'll have to go to somebody else for that. What is it, Captain Falcor?
Captain Falcor.
Falcor, yeah. I'm sure he'll have a good video on it, but I wonder if there's some lore around that, and that's why they've been activated, just like the other forts. The other forts just aren't random; it's all based on the lore. So I wonder if these Fort of the Dams have something to do with that.
Well, they did mention that ever since with the Pirates Life update and us going to the Sea of the Damned and then the Dark
Right.
Brethren, there are now two forces, Flameheart and his, everything he's trying to do to take control of the Sea of the Damned, to bring it up into the Sea of Thieves to kind of merge them into one, and then Ramsey's side trying to stop all that.
That's true. So it's maybe all the same, just now a sea fort rather than a regular island
Yeah.
fort.
But I don't know. We'll find out. They did say there are
Mm-hmm.
3 different types of forts. There will be old prison forts, forts that have are overgrown with fauna and have been abandoned for a long time, and then your classic Spanish fort. So it's nice to see that there's going to be different styles of them as opposed to just one fort. I mean, it makes sense. The regular forts all have different styles. The sunken treasuries and well, not the treasuries, but the sunken temples and everything have different layouts and styles. So another thing they talked about in season 6, new pirate legend voyages. I've seen a lot of people online very excited about this. They said they'll be replayable and there'll be different things every time, different ways to do things. So we'll just have to wait and see what it is. Oh my
Now,
god!
what would like a pirate legend voyage is that saying like to do an Athena run or Athena chest, or is it like what do you interpret as a
I
pirate
don't.
legend
They
voyage?
talked about that, and then Ramsey showed up on the ship. So maybe I don't know, maybe Ramsey, maybe you can buy a regular Athena voyage, or you can buy one of the new pirate legend voyages, and then Ramsey will tell you something different every time to go do this, or because they mentioned maybe you have to go down to a sunken ship graveyard, and maybe you have to go to
Right.
this haunted island, and they showed that green statue with the green light emanating from it and all that stuff. So
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that kind of comes about, and I wonder if that's teasing, maybe not right away, but maybe later on then with these voyages, if they do well, um, maybe it will be more levels in Pirate Legend.
I don't need more levels because I'm not
I know we
20
got to
yet.
catch up. I know we got to catch up. As it gives us incentive.
Yeah, we gotta get that done. Orfed. Finally, new
Up,
Pirate Legend
Orf!
voyages. Yeah, man, I am stoked. I mean, I don't mind. I know some people here don't like doing the Athena voyages all too often, but I don't mind them. But it will be nice to do something different. Because I mean, Athena voyages after a while, it's kind of just get bored of them. 2 of this, 2 of that, 2 of that, 2 of that, and then go get your fucking you know chest.
Chest.
Yeah. They did show a roadmap of 2022, and I'm going to go through it right now. So, if my fucking picture works. Come on, phone. Don't be stupid. What are we doing here, phone? Jesus Christ. All right, so Season 6, launching March 2022. We have the Sea Forts and Pirate Legend content, 3 new adventures, the beginning of a mystery, monthly Emporium content, new Plunder Pass, and a community day. Season 7, which will be launching in June 2022. I'm not going to say 2022 for each one. Launching in June. The main thing it says, new ways to play and progress. Then we have 3 new adventures, ongoing mysteries, monthly Emporium content, new Plunder Pass, and another community day. Season 8, which will launch off in September. The main thing for that, expanded role play and quest types. 3 new adventures, ongoing mysteries, monthly Emporium, Plunder Pass, community day. And then Season 9, which will start in December, says new social options for crews. 3 new adventures, ongoing mysteries, blah, 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 blah.
So, do the adventures not start until season 6?
I thought they said February.
It's
right?
February 17th, because the way they're doing it is so with having 1 adventure a month, right? So 3 adventures
Oh,
a
I see what you're
season.
saying.
So we're starting the story off at the end of season 5, and then the next chapter of that adventure will be in season 6, plus the beginning of the mystery will be in season 6 as well.
So we get to kick that first adventure off pretty soon. So that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll be back from my trip just in time for us to play. Well, and they did it smart after Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day weekend, shout out to Hillary, need that time. So
Orft says captaincy, and I was actually thinking about that with season 8 when it says expanded role play. A lot of people have been asking for. They mentioned it like at the launch of the game, a captaincy update where you'd be able to like kind of like start off in the pirate tavern, the pirate legend hideout. Once you become pirate legend, you'll go down there. You'll like be able to burst through the waterfall to leave. I don't know if I want that to happen, because I kind of like everyone starting off, on all the outposts. But one of the things that a lot of people really, really want is the ability to name your ship in game. I think that could be cool, because then I think that when it comes to like role playing and stuff, that would be another aspect of like, you log on, you decide the name of your ship that session, and sort of like how do you when you come across players, you see their names over their heads. When you come across enemy ship, when you get close enough, you see the name of the ship over his head. I think that would be really, really cool. Why do I hate waterfalls? Nah, I don't hate waterfalls, man. I just don't.
He just doesn't want to chase them.
If you go into the Pirate Legend Tavern on Ancient Spire and I go in on Sanctuary because I can't go in Golden Sands, we're in the same Pirate Tavern.
I got it, Bill.
What'd he say?
Nothing.
I can find out.
Just look at your TLC. That's all.
My TLC?
I can't say it. It will be a DCMA or whatever that's called.
Oh, I gotcha.
Orf gets it.
You can't. Would you get DCA struck if you sang it?
I think so.
Maybe. I don't know. Sometimes I sing songs and people in chat are like, "Hey, careful, DMCA, don't sing that song." So I don't know. We'll find out. Let's find. Weezer.
Orf says, "Sing."
People don't want to watch the letters.
So naming your ship, yes, that would be cool. There was some. Oh, I was gonna say I really liked when they did like crew costumes. So maybe they'll bring that in too. If you can have like a captain and a first mate and or whatever. I almost said first officer because you work in aviation and that's all I hear all the time. But
speaking of the crew costumes, with the start of this first adventure, we're getting new phantom enemies. One of them looked like as a phantom wearing like the Reaper mask, but like a boss phantom enemy, the Soul Flame Captain. We have that costume. They put out that costume in the game, the Soul Flame.
Would they attack us if we had that costume on?
I think we can. You ever see Shaun of the Dead where they just like kind of shamble like zombies? I think it's gonna be the same deal. We put on the costumes and then they get confused. They don't know what to do.
Yeah. I'm Soul Flame.
That'd be great if that was the thing they put in but didn't tell anybody. They did one of the. Sad for some people, I guess.
Oh man,
they did talk.
Hang on, just wait a minute. When they started talking about this, It was so dramatic. And as soon as he started talking about it, like we have to focus our efforts. I was like, "Oh, I know what's coming. I know what's coming."
They are shutting down Arena. So sad. I mean, not for me really, because I don't really play Arena much. But there are. I mean, we did that. They at the beginning of it, they said like 25 million players, 5 million people on Steam. Only 2% play Arena. That's still like 500,000 people.
He literally did the math.
Yeah,
He's that smart.
I did it in my head.
I mean, that's still a lot, though. I mean, considering it all, it is unfortunate. It's only 2%. I mean, 500,000 is still a lot, but over 2% of the players. I mean, that's unfortunate. I'm torn between it because what I see as a positive is that if they get rid of Arena, it sounds like maybe they have more bandwidth, so to say, for servers. So they can have maybe more players or expand the map, do all these other new things with it. The other thing, though, I see though is now all these sweats that are going to be in Arena are going to be here with us, and I'm like, I don't need that yet. I'm not
Yeah.
going to hit my shot.
I was thinking that earlier, and then Orf said, like, get ready for a TDM influx. Yeah, there's gonna be so many like hardcore PvP sweat lords now jumping over to Adventure. But I think they're gonna get more frustrated because they're gonna be coming across a lot of people who don't want to fight. Also, Orf said good singers are good at math. He's true. I'm a good singer and I'm good at math. Tell me what you want. I'm gonna get right on it. I can sing that song because that's free.
The acoustics in this tavern are wonderful.
They really are.
Okay, sorry. I went crazy with the unmute button. I gotta tell you, I'm a little salty about this. I'm not gonna be one of those people that's already out there like commenting and bitching and blah blah blah. But I just, even though I'm not the best at the game, I like to think that one day I will be. And one day I will be a sweat lord. And I wanted those arena cosmetics. Like I wanted to intimidate people
We
with
have
those
till March.
tails and those weapons. What'd you say, Bill?
We have till March.
No, we don't. Because listen to this.
So they put out a big thing. In the video they talk about if you want to learn more, go to the Sea of Thieves website, go on the forums. We put out a new thing. So the arena will be closed at the start of season 6, slated for March 10th, 2022.
That's my birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday, boo!
Happy birthday from Rare.
To celebrate the arena's run and reward those who played, we'll be making the most of the as-yet unreleased ship cosmetics from this game mode. Anyone who has already reached or passed Sea Dogs rank 5 will be rewarded with the following arena ship cosmetics to use in adventure mode. The Asher Scout, the Flaming Jackal, Golden Chaser, Lucky Rover, Regal Hound. Those super dedicated arena players who have already reached Sea Dogs rank 50 will receive the Good Boy ship cosmetic, which is like white and gray with like a wolf and stuff. All 6 of these cosmetics consist of 4 items: the hull, figurehead, sails, and flags. The cutoff point for being eligible for these rewards was today, January 27th. So I mean,
I'm level 20.
Right?
To me, Orft, thanks for stopping by, man. Always appreciate it. We'll see you next time, sir. Have a good evening or morning.
Bye.
Not morning. Or afternoon, evening, early evening,
I hope
wherever
he's
at.
A good morrow.
Good morrow. I understand the cutoff point being today because they want to reward the people who have stuck with Arena as opposed to the people who are going to jump in now to finish up things they haven't done when they had no interest in it just to get stuff.
Okay, but that would be me. Because I'd be like, y'all, we got to grind this shit out. We got till March 10th. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. That was also my first thing. I was like, I'll never get those 200 wins in time. I can try. And then I read the thing. I was like, I guess I can't. They also said, so those super awesome pirate legend weapons that were only through getting the 200 wins. That pistol, which I wanted so bad. If you've unlocked that achievement, you can purchase them. And if you've purchased them, you'll still be able to have them. If you haven't unlocked that achievement, you will no longer see them in the shops. But they said they are working on another set of Pirate Legend weapon to replace it that you can earn through adventure mode. Which, another thing, again, I understand. They want the people that have earned those weapons by getting the 200 wins deserve those weapons, and not, they don't, now giving us an adventure something maybe not as hard to do, to get the same weapons that these people took time to get.
This is a lesson in do not put off till tomorrow what you can do today.
God, preach.
I mean, wise words.
I mean, if you think about it, again, Ghost Story, man, we're on like number 5 today. But we talked about in the past where it's more about, where I joined the game, 3 years too late, basically 2.5 years too late. And I can't get a lot of the cosmetics or things that you guys have been able to achieve, or at least Anthony's been able to achieve, because he was a part of all these events. And I'm still on the fence with it. It sucks. Like, I want them. I think they're cool, but I get it. Like, you've been with me this entire time. You deserve to have this the entire time. So it makes sense.
Exactly. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people really upset about it.
I don't think that we have much to worry about the arena sweatlords, because the people who like arena like battle royales, and it's just like adventure mode is not the same thing. You cannot.
Yeah, you're not in the small grid that people can attack you 20, you have 5 ships surrounding you.
You could spend hours chasing somebody, hunting other ships down. The sea is huge to get from one side of the map to the other, find other ships, and people run, man.
I mean, we obviously never do, but people do.
No, we would never.
I've never run from anything. I've never run in my life. I don't even know what that's like.
Yeah.
I'm kind of afraid if I do, I'll hurt myself because I've never done it before.
That's a new concept.
Yeah. What's run? Is that a drink?
No. Rum.
Oh, yeah. Bumbo.
There was something else. Hang on. There was something else I was going to say about this. Oh, well, we can come back to that in a minute. Never mind.
I was going to say that one note you wanted me to write down of. Oh, you want to.
Sorry, I was muted. This is what I was going to say. So I watched that and got to the end of it and thought, there really isn't a lot of things in the coming, I guess, season 6, really. But also, I mean, because some of the things on that year-long plan are a little bit vague, so you really don't know what a lot of that stuff is going to bring. But in the season 6 and in the idea of the adventures and the mysteries, there's not a lot of stuff in there to stimulate PvP. And I feel like people get really salty when PvP isn't being amped up. When we had the update of the sunken kingdoms, the treasuries, the vaults, that really stimulated PvP, because you had people leaving their ships to go do a vault, and then other people either tucking or taking their stuff or waiting until they release and taking their stuff or whatever. So it's interesting to me that kind of what they've talked about thus far doesn't really stimulate PvP.
Well, those sea forts might, because it sounds like it's going to be similar to a treasury, or it seems similar, because you're gonna have to, it sounds like at least you're gonna have to park your ship and go and fight some phantoms or whatever's in that sea fort. So maybe that pushes it along a little bit. I mean, it's still unknown to us what that truly means. But yeah, I mean, it will be interesting. I mean, I think just the point of everything story driven and pushing through that, what is that? I mean, that kind of entails more PvE versus a PvP standpoint for at least those events and challenges. So it'll be interesting to see, to your point, how that kind of balances out in the end, and how many people get salty pirate.
Well, and I feel like the biggest complainers in the Sea of Thieves community are people who want PvP and don't get it with every update, and then they sit there and they're mad that the update didn't have something in it. Like when we got all that amazing, Pirates of the Caribbean Tall Tales, they were mad about it, and then maybe this isn't the game for you, if that's the only reason you're in it, because this is also a story-driven game. It's not just player versus player.
Well,
I was going to say, go hang out in the forums. For every 10 people complaining that there's not enough PvP, there are 10 people complaining that there's too much PvP.
Right. I was just saying, like, to all that point, like, do they have the Reapers fully decked out? They've stolen all the Athenas, stolen everything. Like, there's plenty. I mean, PvP is just in the game. It doesn't have to be the game. Like, it is again Ghost Story. Hey, 20 episodes, guys. We got to celebrate. But as a Ghost Story, kind of saying, going back to that. Oh no, no, I lost my train of thought. Um,
Oh no.
no, my
PvP.
PvP, yeah, no. So like basically, just the whole thought that this game is run around. You have your choice to do whatever you kind of want. So the PVE drives the run because PvP people don't just want to sink ships. People want to sink ships. I mean, some people might. The smallest majority might. But most people just want to go out and steal treasure. I mean, Boxy doesn't necessarily just go and sink a ship just to sink the ship. I mean, if someone doesn't say roll tide, then maybe. But that's a different story. Like it's all about trying to get that loot and treasure, and if is it worth it or not. And so the PvE aspect drives PvP, in my opinion, all along because you're chasing after what somebody generally probably already accomplished with PvE to take their loot away, in my
This
opinion.
is very philosophical, and I like it. I think
Yeah,
you're right. It's a
it's like my favorite
chicken and the
character,
egg.
Batman and Batman and Joker. That one has to be for the other. You
Yeah,
can't live without it. So
it's a
it's that good
symbiotic
versus evil.
relationship.
That's right. So I don't know. I mean, I get it. I get why people could be upset, but at the same time, like, what more are you gonna put out there? Sink 500 ships, player ships. Like, I get it. You want something to grind for, but I haven't met many people. I think one who we've already had to talk about, who's had like all the achievements and everything already completed. And I get it. Not everyone wants to do all the tall tales 5 times or not do all this other stuff, whatever. But that's what this whole game's about. It's not just about sinking ships left and right. It's about people going along an adventure and then having that you know look behind. Is someone behind me? Is a ship coming after me while I'm doing this? I think that's what the excitement's all about, personally.
Oh, totally. That's all. Yes.
But okay, I concur. Do you concur?
I should have concurred.
All right, I'm done. Rant over.
Oh man. No, I think you're 100% right. Everything you said. I could have listened to you go on for like an hour.
Could have kept going.
But that's
I didn't want.
no, go on.
I was just gonna make a stupid joke if I didn't want to go until Morrow with Orft coming back. So that's all. Orft, love you.
Podcast is 24 hours. People do 24-hour streams sometimes. One day we'll do a 24-hour podcast stream.
Yeah, right from here into the game.
Oh, that's true.
Actually, it would be interesting if we just had our faces and I was playing Grounded and I'm like, Casey.
Yeah, it's just it's us podcasting, but it's us playing video games, but they only see us. They don't see the games.
Yeah, we just had to describe what's going on. Like, it was a giant spider when actually it was just a little red ant or something.
It's a different kind of stream today, everybody. You're not seeing any of the gameplay, just us watch it or just us play it. You're gonna watch us watch streamers.
Watch it, yes.
But you're not gonna see the streamer. But yeah, it was a fun day. I woke up, pumped. I was waiting for 1 o'clock to roll around, and I thought it was a really good event. It was a really good, they announced some really great stuff. I'm really excited to start diving deep into these adventures and the mystery surrounding everything. And I can't wait.
No, I agree. And the only other thing I'll say is Rare, Sea of Thieves, your podcast you have with all the enhancements. If you need a tag team or call in the backup, we got you. We're Sea of Friends here. So
yeah, we got
when you launch that on February 11th, what happens to be my brother's birthday, man, Sea of Thieves is just launching over all my family's birthdays. We're here for you. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, man. If you guys don't want to do it, send us the notes. We'll read them off.
We got
with
this.
some witty banter in between that that people may or may not care for.
I mean, I blame hit reg a lot because I just can't hit my shots. So I can talk all about that. It's hit reg. It's not me. Duh.
Nothing. I used to play with a guy who was very similar to that. Like anytime we lost or anything happened to him, he was just like, these guys are cheating, they're hacking, this and that, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, or we just suck, dude.
Is this the 7th ghost story? I think we've kind of talked about this. No excuses.
Yeah.
Just get good. Get good,
Get
son.
good, son.
Love it.
All right. I think that's it for the episode.
Yeah.
We don't have an email since we've been playing Grounded. We don't really have a tall tale unless y'all want to hear Grounded tall tale, which I think we don't really have one of those because we went through Grounded already at the beginning.
That one time we fought the bombardier beetle.
It was intense.
Let's talk about that time we fought that ladybug. All right. We saw a ladybug. We went to go kill it. We got annihilated.
Dude, thing
Yeah.
was not a lady.
We had no
not very
we
ladylike.
had no armor. We had we all were using like an axe or a spear, level 1. It was.
I didn't know it was that powerful, man. That ladybug was.
Yeah, I didn't know ladybugs could be that tough.
Yeah, when they charge at you, jump out of the way. Look out, Loretta.
Well, way to go, guys. So we'll have new content. Well, okay. So this episode will, if you're not watching it live, you will hear it on Monday the 31st, which means that the day before, Sunday the 30th, was the community day. So we'll probably be playing on Sunday. And all right, no, I know Bill's.
You all
face.
can. You all can.
Oh, Billy.
Wait. What's going on Sunday?
Well, guys.
Oh, wait. We talked about it already. Never mind.
No, it's all right.
No.
Guys,
I didn't realize that was this Sunday.
No. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. My grandfather passed away today, so today I'm drinking a High Life for him. And
Was that his favorite?
That was his favorite. Yes.
Aw.
So saying it, and you didn't do anything wrong, Anthony. I kind of want to say it. I just think it's a good opportunity, cliche as it may be. This is for my grandpa. Just make sure you go out and hug, call your loved ones, and just say hi at least. So that's my end of it. It's been a wonderful day, nonetheless. Because he'd want me to keep being happy and adventurous. So we're gonna make it, and that's why we did the podcast and still had a great time. So that's why I won't be on Sunday probably, but God bless you guys to go on and get it done.
Well, you can still take advantage of the sale, right?
Yeah, I'll probably bring my tablet and we'll just get that at least.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll just bring the Xbox. I mean, I'll be in a hotel. We'll get it done.
Dude, do it.
Yeah.
That'd be so fun. Honestly, so not to get dark, but the last 2 times that I have had the deaths of grandparents, which has been 2 times in the last year, I've lost both of my grandparents, and all I wanted to do when they were gone was play video games, because it's where I can turn my brain off and not think about it, and I just get to hang out with people that I love. So
you're just surrounded by good people, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
I know we love you too, Bill. So the Rare store will be 30% off, or well, I guess when you hear this, was 30% off yesterday, Sunday. And then as of February 1st, which will theoretically, when you hear this, be tomorrow, we should have the first adventure.
No, I think that's
right?
February 7th.
Oh no, February
17th.
17th. Never mind.
I was like, it's coming out tomorrow.
Oh my
Then-
God.
Then, well,
We're just gonna have a good
So-
podcast about community today.
as of this podcast, you only got like 2 more weeks.
Oh.
Yippee! All right, that's going to be it for this episode. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please don't have any concerns. You can tweet at us at the Sea of Friends or email us at seaoffriendspodcast@gmail.com. Until next time, I'm Last Call for Lunch.
I'm Miss Lunch Lady.
And I'm Darkest Warhawk.
And remember, it doesn't always have to be a Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
I don't know why I went with the Dave Chappelle Bia as opposed to the
Yeah, I think I got
Boxy. Yeah, I think that's why I did it. Yeah.
it. Yeah.